Pep Guardiola to add £12.5 million midfielder to Man City squad in January. Claudio Echeverri will be part of Manchester City's squad for the second half of the season after impressing at River. Pep, City and England, have your say. How many more seasons will Pep Guardiola be Man City boss for? This season will be his last. 2 seasons? 3 seasons? 4 seasons? 5 or more seasons? Answer in the comments below. Manchester City will welcome Claudio Echeverri to their squad in January at the end of his loan to River Plate. Teenage midfielder Echeverri signed for City last January for an initial £12.5 million, but stayed at his club in Argentina to continue his development, as Julian Alvarez had done in 2022. As part of the deal, it was agreed that Echeverri would remain at River until the end of 2024. No plans were made for 2025, but City have now decided to bring the 18-year-old to Manchester in January to join Pep Guardiola and his first-team squad. A first-team debut before the end of the season is possible if he impresses in training. City did similar with Maximo Perrone, a young midfielder brought over from Vélez Sarsfield in January 2023, who came off the bench in the Premier League and FA Cup before heading out on loan to Las Palmas for the 2023-24 season. This year, he is in Serie A with Como under Cesc Fabregas after spending the summer with Guardiola on the pre-season tour. Echeverri has continued his progress this year, playing regularly for a River side that are in the semi-finals of the Copa Libertadores and representing Argentina in the Paris Olympics in the summer. Former City defender Martin Demichelis was River's manager until July 2024 and is excited about the player's future. Claudio is truly one of the great emerging talents in River's football, he said. We have a great squad that always produces technically gifted players. However, the day-to-day whirlwind at River demands not only winning but being a protagonist in a very special way, trying to play well. I believe that when you leave River well-formed, you are prepared for anything. Claudio is still in the stage of evolution. He has made a very, very significant leap in recent months. Technically, he is a marvel. We enjoy watching him play, even at such a young age. He caught everyone's attention. We'll enjoy him for a while longer and then leave him to you. Man City could repeat £14 million transfer masterstroke with Pep Guardiola help. Manchester City's first addition to their squad for January may not be game-changing, but can still be significant. Claudio Echeverri isn't likely to win Manchester City the Premier League. The arrival of the teenage midfielder in the January transfer window shouldn't be heralded as a replacement for Rodri or a signing that will transform their campaign. If he earns a first-team debut before the end of the season, he will have done very well. However, there is a reason City are bringing him to Manchester when they could easily keep him at River Plate for another 6 months or send him out on loan. Not only have the Blues been excellent at signing young South American talent in the last decade, but they have had more success because their timing has been right. Gabriel Jesus remained at Palmeiras for 6 months in 2016 to lead them to the Brazilian title but arrived in January 2017 ready to push Sergio Aguero out of Pep Guardiola's first team. Julian Alvarez stayed at River for 6 months after his £14 million deal before joining the first team in time for their treble season. The Alvarez plan wasn't certain when City signed him, but by the summer, they were convinced that he was ready to be given a shot. He proved the verdict right, but he wouldn't have had the chance if those watching him closely weren't able to spot his maturing. Echeverri is probably most similar in profile to Maximo Perrone, who arrived soon after signing from Las Palmas and stayed with the squad for 6 months. Guardiola gave him a debut inside too, using him off the bench in both the Premier League and FA Cup after being impressed by him in training. The next 2 seasons have seen Perrone go out on loan, first to Las Palmas in La Liga and now Cesc Fabregas' Como in Serie A, where he uses regular football to improve further. He still returned to Manchester in summer though and went with Guardiola on the first team tour. Echeverri may well follow a similar road, but the future is up to him. He has already passed the first test as a City player, receiving the green light to come to Manchester for 6 months for a closer inspection training with Guardiola. City don't yet know how much they will be able to count on Echeverri, but they will still be stronger for having him from January. How Man City's Christmas fixtures compare to Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester United? Manchester City's Premier League fixtures have been confirmed up until mid-January. Manchester City have been handed a healthy-looking Christmas schedule, but Arsenal will be the happier title contender after the festive fixtures were confirmed. City could have a crunch week before Christmas if they beat Tottenham in the Carabao Cup, with a quarter-final coming between a Manchester derby at 4:30 p.m. on a Sunday and a trip to Aston Villa, the scene of the last game the Blues lost in the Premier League, now scheduled for Saturday lunchtime before Christmas. The players then should have a few days off before Christmas before preparations for a Boxing Day clash with Everton at the Etihad at 12:30 p.m, the earliest time it could be. There are then 2 days of rest before a Sunday afternoon trip to Leicester. That is more time than title rivals Liverpool have between their games, although Arsenal have 4 days between theirs and less travel than either City or Liverpool. Here's the full list of festive fixtures. Saturday the 21st of December. 12:30 Aston Villa v Man City, TNT Sports. Thursday the 26th of December. 12:30 Man City v Everton, Amazon Prime Video. Sunday the 29th of December. 14:30 Leicester v Man City, Sky Sports. Saturday the 4th of January, 2025. Man City v West Ham. Man City given 8 fixture changes as Premier League Christmas schedule confirmed. Man City's Premier League fixture schedule for the festive period has been announced. Manchester City's Premier League clash with cross-city rivals with Manchester United has been shifted following the announcement of the Premier League's latest broadcast selections. The Premier League announced its latest TV picks on Tuesday afternoon, confirming the December clash between City and United at the Etihad Stadium will now take place on Sunday, December 15th, kicking off at 4:30 p.m. The contest, which will be shown on Sky Sports, was originally scheduled to take place at 3 p.m. on Saturday, December 14th. As far as City's fixture schedule over the festive period is concerned, their clash with Aston Villa at Villa Park, originally scheduled for a 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday, December 21st, will now take place at the slightly earlier time of 12:30 p.m. and be shown live on TNT Sports. Their Boxing Day clash with Everton at the Etihad Stadium has also been handed a lunchtime slot and will kick off at 12:30 p.m. The game will be shown live on Amazon Prime Video. City will bring 2024 to a close with a trip to the King Power Stadium to face Leicester City. Originally scheduled to travel to the Midlands for a 3 p.m. kickoff on Sunday, December 29th, City will now lock horns with Steve Cooper's side at the slightly earlier time of 2:30 p.m. The game will be shown live on Sky Sports. Their opening game of 2025 will see them welcome West Ham United to the Etihad on Saturday, January 4th for a 3 p.m. kickoff as originally planned. Continuing with a similar theme, City's trip to the capital to face Brentford on Tuesday, January 14th has also been brought forward, with the contest now penciled in to get underway at 7:30 p.m. instead of 7:45 p.m. The game will be broadcast live on TNT Sports. Their clash with Ipswich Town at Portman Road a few days later has been pushed back and will now take place at 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, January 19th. The contest, which was originally penciled in for a 3 p.m. kickoff the day before, will be shown live on Sky Sports. City's final January outing will see them welcome Chelsea to the Etihad on Saturday, January 25th for a 5:30 p.m. kickoff. The contest will be shown live on Sky Sports. Subscribe in our channel for don't miss anything about the Citizens and press the like button for support us.